out in the center of the island of Jamaica, in an area of gently rolling hills and pasture land, is a place set apart. You have to take the road less traveled to reach its gates, and for those last few bumpy moments you wonder if you're on the right track. But then you round the corner, spy the large, white, rambling house on the hill, and know you've arrived. Moorlands. The drive past Top House leads you to the rustic, well-loved campsite below. This place holds generations of memories.
I first went to Moorlands Camp in the summer of 1956. I remember going to camp on the train from Kingston to Williamsfield, and then from Williamsfield to camp by bus. It was an exciting adventure for a young man. As we drove down into the campsite, there was the dining room and the tent. In those days, it was a rail tent, later to be replaced by a permanent structure, which incidentally today is still called the tent. I can remember the dorms. In those days, the dorms were just one continuous room all the way around, no divisions. The canvas cots were very cold to sleep on. The bathrooms were just pit toilets, which we called Egypt. The pool was just the big tank, the only tank that we had at the time. And for a young man, not having to bathe was okay. I remember the games field down behind the dorms where we played softball and football. And the spiritual activities of camp happened up at the Top House in their big living room up there, and that served as our main spiritual home, as it were, for many years, all the way up until 2009 when the rock was built. And what a very precious, wonderful location that rock is, and God continues to meet with young people. I am reminded right now of a memorable statement made by Mr. Harold Wildish, where he said, "Moorlands is a place where God is pleased to walk and talk with me." Camp had a profound effect on my life. It wasn't until many years after that first visit that I learned some of the rich history of Moorlands camps. Mr. Oscar Lord and his wife SCHARLIE started camps for young people, first at their home in Marlborough, and then afterwards he bought Moorlands and set up the campsite there at what we now know as Moorlands. One of the big joys for me is to see youngsters who got impacted at Moorlands grow up and come back as counselors, and then some of them got involved in other ways.
I really love praise and worship because it's just a natural response to everything God has done for us. It's us giving Him praise and the glory and all the honor that He deserves.
I mean, God is real. I mean, He has encountered us as counselors, He has encountered us as campers in a way that is unfathomable.
The most important thing is that campers that came here just for a fun experience. In 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years from now, they'll look back on this week and they'll think about the experience, the time that they encountered the God, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, their God.
From the early years of Moorlands Summer Camp, the importance of teaching young people the relevance of Jesus in an atmosphere of just fun and having a great time has been the hallmark of the Moorlands ministry. From the moment campers leave the Kingston depot in those unmistakable confidence country buses, till the moment they get back the next week in the same buses to Kingston, campers leave their city ways behind them. Technology takes a back seat. No cell phones, iPads allowed. Instead, imaginations are sparked and muscles are flexed in all sorts of sports, activities and crafts. There's swimming, volleyball, puddocks, which is a unique Moorlands game, good food and fellowship. At night, campfires, wine games and cookout add to the camp experience. But as pleasant as all these things are, they're not the real reason for Moorlands' existence. Moorlands Camps exists first and foremost to make Jesus Christ known. It is the Lord Jesus and the life-changing difference that He makes that has made Moorlands a place of such great impact in the lives of so many people. For 75 years, Christian professionals have been volunteering their time, energy and resources, summer after summer, year after year, to do camps. The heart of camp revolves around the daily rock sessions. In the past, this was a top house. There's praise and worship and testimonies from counselors of how the Lord Jesus has changed their lives. And of course, a message from the camp speaker geared towards the age of the campers and always pointing them towards the Lord Jesus. These daily sessions are complemented by dorm devotions. The bonds made here can last a lifetime and better yet, into eternity. On the last day of camp, it's astonishing that the campers don't want to rush back to the comforts of home and civilization. Instead, they want to squeeze the last few minutes out of camp, spending time with their newfound friends and singing some crazy sounding song about Moorlands A Nice Camp and sitting on those country buses until they trundle back to Kingston. It's just the Moorlands way and has been for 75 years. Moorlands is a nice camp.